Hello everybody, my name is Ananya and I'll be teaching you about rounding. So last time I taught you about bond mass today, and check out my rounding video. I'll post a bond mass link at the end of this video, okay? So everyone can watch it. Alright guys, and I am on Microsoft Whiteboard. It's what I'm going to be using to record my videos, to do my videos. But anyways. Let's get started. So what is rounding basically? So rounding is like basically estimating. Say you have this number 528. What is that? Like sometimes like with huge numbers, like about million or maybe like thousand or like 100,000, like that type of thing. It's really hard to say the whole number. So instead we use rounding so that we can actually have like around how much do we have. For example, say if you have a lot of something, but you don't want to keep on repeating that number, or you just want to find out like what you have around, how much do you have around. So that's basically what rounding is. So now let's talk about how do we round. So how we round, for example, we have the number 528, like I was showing. I'm just going to type this since it's easier for me. Oops, like this. 528. Then what are we going to do? So what we're going to do is make this larger. So we're going to basically, so to round this number, but it depends what are you rounding to. So say we're rounding to nearest 100. Alright guys, let me just type this up like always. Let me just add this to a sticky note, words. Rounding words. So the first rounding word we learned is right estimating. So let's write estimating there. Let me make this note larger since I'm giving the option and get the option to rounding words. Estimating. Estimate. Let's just say estimate. Estimate. Second one is rounding to the nearest 10. So basically not a word in rounding, it's just what we're rounding to. So now let's look at this. So to round there, I'm going to take out my pen. It's not really a step, but I'm just going to take it out and I'm going to change the font size. Alright, so what we're going to do with this number is that I'm going to box in the one that we're rounding, because we're rounding this. And then I'm going to go over here, and we're going to look at 8. So here is what I do. So we know that here, this is a fun way that I learned in my school. So 4 or 5 or more raise the score. And 4 or less, let it rest. So that's what I learned in my school. And here's a way that we can remember it. So is 8 5 or more? If 8's 5 or more, then we raise the score, meaning like, so, or you can, there's another way. You can say bad guys and good guys. For example, I'm going to write bad and so I'm going to write 0, 1. So good guys, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're good guys. They want you to stay the same. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bad guys. They want to change you. Right, so that's basically another one. Here's gonna make this larger. There. So that's what we can do, and I can I can make it smaller if we need more room. But yes, so those are 2 ways. Find which is helpful for you, or I can tell you more. If you need help, I'll tell you. Yeah, you can just go to the discussion tab in our channel, and then you can tell me or anon or Arshit if you have any questions about this or anything. So now, the 5 or more ways to score. 5 or more ways to score 4 or less letter rest, bad guys and good guys. So here we're going to revise what we all learned for the rounding words. So here are some techniques. So I'm going to make a new sticky note that says techniques. So we have the techniques. I don't think that's how you spell it. Let's just say let's just say um say helping strategies. Hopefully I spelled that correctly, but let me make that. Okay, guys, sorry. Helping strategies. So 5 or more. Score. 4 or less. Let it rest. And then another one is bad guys and good guys. So here's a way you can remember it. Right, so this is some techniques we can do it, and here's the rounding words. So now let's actually find out how to round it. We covered all the strategies, we did most of the rounding words. Now, how do we round? So first, using these techniques, you have to find, is it more or is it less? So, as we know, not as we know, but I wrote over here bad guys. So age is one of the bad guys, and with bad guys, I want you to change. In this example, no, sorry, this, cursor there. In this example, with 8, it wants the 2 to change, and they're rounding to the nearest 10, that all the other digits after 10 will become 0. So 530. Okay, so I hope that made sense. I meant the ones before it becomes 0, not after it. So 530 using the rule, but with good guys, what happens with the good guys is that say this book 524, and the 4 wants the 2 to change to the same, but still the 4 or whatever digits come before the digit that you're rounding to, which is the nearest 10, it becomes a 0. So you have 520. So here's another strategy that I want to teach to you. So here is one strategy. Another strategy is, let me cover it over here. Sorry guys. Oops. Alright, let's open a new whiteboard. Okay, hopefully, sorry guys. Yes, in plain space. Now, say here's the number line if you guys are having trouble visually saying it. this? Oh, guys, I'm gonna use my ruler. How do I? Okay, guys, one moment. I don't really know how to work with this, but that's fine. All right, so why don't for now I'm just gonna visually draw it and then I'll have more experience with it. One moment, guys. Let me just be right back. Oh, guys. So I was just saying. Now, how do you look at a number line? So. You have the number line. So this is 520, and this point is 530. For this, 530, 30. All right, and then we have in the middle. We have 525, and then over here somewhere is a 528. So we have these. So now, how do we know if it's closer? If you look visually, is if this one is closer to, basically, when you look to this one, it's closer to 3 and 530 and not 520. That's like this gap over here is, oh, sorry guys. This gap over here is like 8. Yeah, and this gap between here is only 2. So that's basically one way that other thing, that's a strategy you can use. So that's another one if you want to look at it from visually. But if you're individually and you're in a test and you don't really have any paper, which I don't think that's going to happen. But what if you don't have any paper? Then you have to find the rounding strategy that we did. All right. So hope that's clear. But we still have way more to do. We have to talk about how to round. So I'm going to edit this. Oops. All right, guys, my mouse is moving. Theory is round near rounding to nearest 100. All right, so I am gonna open a new whiteboard and let's do it in here. Great. So good thing I'm sharing this too, so you guys could see it. So really quickly, I'm going to write the same notes as we discussed. Oh, actually, that's fine. You already know them. I'm just gonna write a rule. This needs to be. Anyways, yeah. So let's get started with this one. I'm gonna title it rounding. So we know we're talking about rounding. And let's make this a little more larger. Okay. So now that we're rounding with near, I'm just gonna change that title. Rounding with nearest 100. All right, so let's do it. So I gave you the number again. Let's do the same number, 528. And even if you know the answer is 530, that's not actually the right answer because rounding to the nearest 10, but we're rounding to the nearest 100. So say if you're on an exam that has paper not on screen, and if you have a highlighter, if your teacher allows you guys to write on to the paper, then you can highlight nearest 100. So I am going to highlight that too. So I'm going to highlight nearest 100. So we know that because one time I made a mistake on a test and I got it wrong because of this. So yeah, it's a good idea to underline it in class that happened. But anyways, So with this now, what you're going to do is you're going to do the same rule. First, I'm going to first box, like circle in or box in where I'm running to the hundreds places. That's 5. And then it looks at the 2. And again, 2 is a good guy, or 4 or less, let it rest. So this is going to let 5 change 5. So this is going to let 5. 5 won't change because 2 is a good guy. I'm going to box in this. So yeah. So that's how we know that it's going to be 500. And I'm going to show you how it looks like on a reel. I'm going to show you how it looks like when you have a number line. So I'm going to go somewhere else. Oops, sorry guys. Okay, so I'm going to draw my number line. Not the best, but yeah. We're going to have 500. Alright, so 500 here. And now I have, just say over here is 600. 600. 600. Alright. So now we're going to have 550. And what was our number? Right. It was 528. Oh yeah, 528. So I'm gonna do here or here. So it's only about 28 closer to this, and that's many. So let me just calculate that. 70. If that's correct, but yeah. That's why it is closer to 500 instead of 600. That's why. So now, since I think we have some space at the bottom, I'm going to quickly cover how to round with the nearest one, which is not really a thing, I think, because basically, let's basically say that 1, maybe just say that is 5. Remember, we already knew the rule 5 or more raises 4, so basically that just rounds to 10. So it's not really that we don't really have the context of rounding to the nearest thing, but let me show you how to estimate. I'm opening a new whiteboard. I'm going to show you how to estimate when you want to add. So I'm going to type in these big numbers, 550, and then might not be the best, but plus, actually, let's just draw this. It makes it more simpler. So 500. Sorry guys, I'm 535 today. Let's say 430. Let's say 450. And now you want to add. Say if it's really difficult and that'll be hard to add, then you can just round. But why do you want to round to nearest 100 or nearest 10? So we're going to experiment in this. So first I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy this image and paste it somewhere. And I'm just going to select it again so that we can actually, sorry guys. All right, this is a bad idea. This is good. Now, let's get up. Ooh, there. Now, let's do it. So let's say this is near 100. So 3, this one, it looks like a 3. 3 is a good guy and it rounds down. So this is 500. You can also do it by yourself too if you want to make sure I'm correct, or just for practice. And then 454. So 4 look to the 5. 5 rounds up, so 500. So it's somewhere between 100, like 100. It's not the neatest, but yeah. Anyways, when you really add this, you get 9, 8, 9. So that's okay. That's close, but let's see how close nearest 10 gives us. And let's see them. On test, which one should we use? And which will give us the most accurate answer. Not most accurate, but a little bit accurate, like estimate. But I shouldn't be using accurate because accurate means exactly. Let's just say estimate for now. So closest estimate. So 3 looks at 5, rounds up. So 540. And then you add just one more thing. Don't write your zeros as a 6, because I made many mistakes when I did that. But anyways, then add 4. 4 looks at 5. 5 rounds up. So 460. What do we get? Ooh, we got the exact answer. So what do you think is closer? In most cases, you might not get the exact answer, but it's probably a coincidence. Anyway, so basically, which one would you pick? Oh, okay, sorry. They both give you the same answer, but okay, it's a little weird, but anyway. You could pick any both you like, but normally you're gonna go to the nearest 10. You know why? I'm gonna type this up for you. So I would estimate to the nearest 10 because it's basically if you have 100, you're looking to the hundreds place, but 100, like look at the tens place because it gives you a closer estimate. So in most cases, you would round to the nearest 10. I've tried it and it works. This example I gave you doesn't really work properly, but yeah. So I hope you enjoy me teaching you about rounding. So let me just revise what we did. So rounding words, estimate, rounding to nearest 10, rounding to nearest 100, that's rounding. There. And now, oh, sorry guys, I was trying to discuss that, but I just tap on it. So the bad guys and good guys, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the good guys. They want you to stay the same. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are bad guys. They want you to change. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Alright, so that's what we learned in this rounding one of nearest 10. And then here is nearest 100. Oh, sorry guys, this is the wrong one. This is nearest 100. And then this is a little experiment. So there it is. I would estimate to the nearest 10 because it gives you a closer estimate. That's what. So I hope you enjoyed my rounding video. Make sure you check out my bond math video I did. It's also related to math. So I hope you enjoy this video. Bye-bye.